Hello, hello. So I moved outside today. Kind of dark in the trailer. And it's been really rainy here. Probably you know that. Um, so today I'm wearing my Porn Kills Love shirt in honor of our topic for today, which is going to be um, lust kills love. Lust kills love. Have you been watching these videos? Anybody still watching? I know some of you are. Anybody seen all? This will be the 6th one now. If you've been watching or keeping up with these videos, let me know what you're thinking so far. I'm just curious. So a couple videos ago, I talked about minimalism, talked about how our lust for stuff, lust for materialism, lust for more kills love. It kills our soul, which is love. The oneness of the universe is love. Ram Dass. Along those lines, I feel that anything outside of ourselves, any kind of lust outside of our love for ourself, really is deadly to our soul. It kills love. It kills awareness. It kills consciousness, conscious living. It kills our opportunity to find the best version of ourselves. It just leaves a path of destruction. So not only is materialism deadly, but so is the sexualism in our culture. These are two religions that we are brainwashed with, and sexualism in our culture is a big religion, and I think we all struggle with it. We all suffer from it. So that's what I want to talk about in this video, because and then I'll provide some answers that helped me. So, I grew up in the culture, got into pornography as a young boy who found the magazines, and it like entranced me at a young age. And it's like I can remember from the age of 5 years old just being in love with all the girls, and I would like go into town and like visit the girls and kiss them, and as a kindergarten kid. And it like dominated such a big part of my life growing up that it became a real problem. And I spent a lot of years dealing with shame, remorse, brokenness, that all had to do like with what I considered to be an addiction to porn, also an addiction to like, I feel like the word is an addiction to intimacy with for me, females. And this just kind of went on, and it just dragged on. And as much as I wanted it out of my life, I couldn't seem to like shake it. I just had this lust for, it was almost like love addiction, but not for love, for lust, for this sexualism religion, if that's the only way I know how to put it. So I read all these books about porn addiction and breaking free, and did these programs and stuff online, and I just never found them to be super effective. Um, so, oh, and it wasn't just porn. It was like a lot of times, if I made a friend or something who was a female, um, or I knew some female well, it would like create a problem where I would get attached and like a crush, and I would struggle with that. So it was almost like I came to this conclusion: guys and girls can't be friends because guys can't handle it or whatever. And I don't think that's true anymore. And I'm going to tell you why, and I'm going to tell you what led to breakthroughs for me. So, about the time that I'm going through all of this crazy, like, metamorphosis in my life and reconsidering of who I was and who I wanted to be, and like starting my journey back to like myself, I ended up meeting somebody through that book club that I mentioned, the Breaking Normal book club. And she was a female, and we met over the phone, and she was also a part of that book club. And we were reading the book, and the book had all of these exercises in it that you could do to break out of your comfort zone, basically. And so, just getting to know this person, we both had a similar interest in breaking out of our comfort zone and following these exercises. So we decided to do them like together, as much as we could over the phone. So we did several of them, and then it kind of there were some that you kind of couldn't do over the phone, and we realized that we weren't that far apart. Like, she lived in North Carolina, I lived here in Tennessee. We could probably meet halfway. So we did that. Did a couple of the exercises, met again later, did some exercises, and I felt like it was like going really well, but I was still pretty fresh. I don't know that I had like come out of the sexualism culture yet, obviously, and if I was starting to, I was still just like a wee little babe. And I started to get really strong feelings for this person. And I didn't want those. I just wanted to be friends. But I think where I was in my journey, I just wasn't ready yet for that kind of thing. And so, it kind of turned out, in the end, basically we decided it would be, or she, oh my God. I'm just gonna put it out there. She basically, out of love for me, was like, in this life, I don't think that we're gonna be able to like continue to interact like that. She's married, I was married. It just wasn't good. So she was the better man, the better woman, and broke that relationship off, which now looking back I can appreciate. At the time, it was difficult. And as much as that makes me sound like a loser right now, I'm okay with that. This is supposed to be about authenticity, right? Just makes me sound like such a creeper. And I probably was. So anyway, one of the exercises that we did together was, it was called the naked exercise, and it was like the big one, the big scary one that both of us had discussed and decided we wouldn't do. But then after like getting to know each other better and feeling more comfortable with each other, we revisited it and decided, maybe we will do it. So we got together and we discussed it, and we ended up doing it. And basically, what it was for us is we went up onto the top of this mountain, and you could see it had like a 360-degree panorama of mist-filled valleys and mountains. It was amazing. And we just turned around, took our clothes off, and then turned around again and like looked at each other. And for we both had a similar experience in that we could see these beautiful mountains in the background with mist and forests and trees, and then we could see another being with no jewelry, no makeup, no clothes, just in their most natural state. And for me, it just seemed to blend in. She seemed to blend in, and she said the same with me. She felt like I looked like the mountains. And that actually turned out to be a very healthy and helpful experience for me, because with all of the sexualism in the world that tries to cause you to like look at women like sexually, or to objectify them, to look at a woman purely, lovingly, to honor her beauty like you would a flower, or anything in nature. Looking around me right now, there are all these beautiful trees and plants and greenness and the sky, and it's all beautiful, and human beings are also very beautiful if seen rightly. And so it was helpful to see that and to appreciate that, and it gave me a new perspective, where I just started to not really appreciate what I was seeing in the sexualism culture. Like porn is not beautiful or honorable, or there's just not love there. It's just not pure. It's sexualism. It's a religion. So, I just don't find satisfaction in that. And that, I feel, is how porn kills love. I feel like porn just takes the love out of like everything. So, going to these communes and stuff, it's like, yeah, you're gonna see some nudity. There was this one in particular that had younger girls there, like in their 20s or whatever, and they were beautiful, and they were topless. And so what? Like, I felt that they were expressing a certain freedom, and it was no big deal. Like, were they beautiful? Yes. Just like the trees, just like the flowers. But I feel like my awareness has grown into such that I'm able to look at those things more purely now, and not like lust after them. Because really, here's the answer. The answer is, I fell in love with myself. This necklace right here is a symbol of my green heart. And sometimes I just hold this necklace and I think to myself just how much love my heart needs from me. And I try to put love into myself. And I feel so much love for myself that I don't feel like I need it from anyone else. or from any other source outside of myself. My girlfriend's gonna watch this video and she hates it when I say this, but I don't need her. Do I want to be with her? Yeah. But I don't need anyone. I don't need anything. I don't need anything outside of my heart. And that has really been the answer for me. Once I kind of came to that awakening, it's like everything else just didn't have the same kind of like bewitching spell on me like it used to. And that's been really great. That's been really the source, I think, of my freedom. Just being able to detach from this lust I had for intimacy. I felt like, oh, I just needed intimacy from someone. And that's so clingy, it's so desperate. I don't need intimacy from someone else to be happy. I don't even need a tribe or a community or anything to be happy, because I am happy. I'm happy with my heart. Me and my heart are happy inside. And we don't need anything else outside to make us happy. So we don't need materialism. We don't need that religion. We don't need sexualism. We don't need that religion. Minimalism is what it's about, like rejecting the things you don't need, which is basically everything. But then what you do want in your life, you invite in. You love it. You appreciate it. You respect it. You honor it. And that applies to everything from the possessions that you do have, like this t-shirt. I love this t-shirt. I don't need it, but I love what it says. I love what it represents. It's like a reflection of my heart. And so I keep this shirt in honor of that. The necklaces, the things I have, I love. Marie Kondo's book, The Art of Tidying Up or whatever, that's a good book. You could put that on your must need to read list. Anyway, that's the subject for today. Lust kills love. Minimize. Boil it all down to you and your heart. Find the love that's there, and you won't need anything else.